to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how to make this head wrap, and this is what we'll be using. The yarn is from Loops and Threads. It's called Flecks and I got it at Michael's. No, this is not a sponsor. So as you see, it's a weight 4. It calls for an H hook. I used a 9. Okay, so I went up for this specifically, a tape measure, and of course a pair of scissors. Now, something about this yarn, it is acrylic and polyester, okay guys? So that is crucial for my head wraps. It's also in the color soft cream, just to let you guys know. It's really nice, really thin. Because it's polyester, it gives you a nice, like, silky kind of feel, and you don't get the stiffness from cotton, and then you also get a little firmness from it being acrylic, and it's stretchy, so it gives me the best of both worlds. I do highly recommend, but as you see, it's spun together in a multiple of little threads, so it can split. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, just in case you actually do go out and buy this. It's nice to work with, but it can be a little irritating. Okay, so now let's jump right in. You want to make your slip knot. Next, we're going to make a chain of 3. We're going to yarn over, hold here, and into that very first chain, we're going to pull up a loop. We should have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through the very first loop on your hook. Stop here. We now have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. Okay, so we just made our very first foundation double crochet. Okay, so we're going to go in for our next. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that loop you was just holding, under 2 loops like this. Pull up a loop, 3 loops on our hook. Okay, we're going to yarn over and pull through that first loop, keeping hold of that. Yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2. So now we're going to do this again. I'm going to yarn over, go under the loop you were just holding, and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first loop, holding that, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to continue this for however long you want your head wrap to be. Very, very important that you make sure that you do this for however long you want your head wrap to be. This is the length, okay? So if you are not a foundation double crochet person and you want just a plain open mesh, I would advise that you just make a chain for however long you need it, making sure that it's an even number. So for example, you can chain 170 and then you crochet back into the 5th stitch, where your first chains will count as a double crochet and a chain 1, and then you double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and you want to continue that pattern all the way down until you reach the end. Okay, so here are the top loops where you got your 2 V's, and here is the bottom chain. So it's just made all in one, and we're going to continue that all the way down to the end. So now a little thing that I do when I'm making a chain so long, I like to place a stitch marker every 25 or 50 chains or whatever your number is. So that way you will not lose your count and have to start all the way over from the beginning. So again, I just place a stitch marker every 25 or 50 chains and continue to work. So I did want to bring you guys in and show you that here at this point, once you have done quite a few chains, you are able to see the bottom chain very, very easily, and you don't have to really hold that much. But as you see here, you can clearly see where you have to go into, and it's a lot easier than the first few chains of starting this double crochet foundation chain. So here I made a chain of 160 So I just did my 10 extra double crochets. And for me, this measures folded in half about 41 inches. And that's where you kind of want to go with it. You want to take it from the halfway point because roughly this is where it will sit on your head. And then the rest will be how much more you use to wrap around your head the next row. So what I like to do, and if you have been with me, you already know what I'm going to say, turn my work, and into that very first double crochet, I'm going to place a single crochet, and then I'm going to go into this second bar here, pull up a loop, and then create another single crochet. So I like to start my rows with a stacked single crochet, which gives me the height of a double crochet. And then I'm going to chain one. I'm going to skip this next stitch, and then into the following stitch, I'm going to place a double crochet. Okay, then I'm going to chain one, double crochet, chain one, skip one, and creating a regular mesh stitch. So it's very simple, nothing hard, just double crochet, chain one, skip one, and continuing that pattern all the way down. This is what it's looking like so far. So this is what I meant by if you want a complete mesh, you do not want to start with a foundation double crochet chain. You want to start with a open mesh stitch. My last double crochet, and this is what it looks like. So for me and the purpose of my head wrap, this is why I made a foundation double crochet chain. So again, I'm going to turn our work, starting with a stacked single crochet. And then a chain one. And now on top of every double crochet, you will place a double crochet. And then you chain one. One double crochet on top of every double crochet, and then you chain one. So from here, the pattern is very simple, completely repeats itself. Same thing you would do as a normal mesh stitch. You just double crochet on top of every double crochet, you chain one, and then you're going to continue that all the way until the end. This is going to be the width, okay? So this is going to be how wide you want your head wrap to be. Okay, you're just going to double crochet right into that single crochet that's on top under the two V's. Okay, gonna turn your work. So we're gonna continue this pattern all the way until you reach the width that you want. Just like this. If you don't want the solid border at the bottom, just start with your open mesh. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. And so we're gonna continue this pattern all the way up until it gets to the width that we want. So here I thought to show you guys just a little something that may help. So you want to go from, I would say roughly your eyebrows and or mid forehead where you will most likely place your wrap. And then you want to take that measurement to the back of your head and you want to go up about an inch from your nape. Okay, so you want to go, hold on, let me take off so I can show you better. Okay, so you want to measure from the front, and then you want to take a measurement to about right here. So it's not completely at the base of your neck like this. You want to take it to where it's about right here because it is acrylic yarn, so it will give some stretch. And for me personally, I just didn't want it to cover my whole head so I can do my wrap the way I wanted to do my wrap. So basically that is the width that you're going to want to keep going, okay? Until you reach that number. And remember, it will stretch, okay? It will always stretch. So I am now back and I am at my last double crochet of my row. Okay, I'm going to just chain one, pull up a loop, And then I'm going to show you guys what I was talking about. So I did a total of 18 rows. Okay, so I did 17 mesh rows in that first foundation row. And as you see, it's reaching my 12.5 inches as it did on this mannequin here, but it will stretch a tremendous amount. So that was the other part of what I mean by you don't need to go down to the base of your neck, but you can if you like. So here it is. This is what it's looking like. So including that foundation double crochet row, I did a total of 18 rows. I suggest to do anywhere between 16 and 20 rows. So you just cut your yarn. This is how much yarn I have left over after completing my 18 rows. So it does not even take a full skein. At least it didn't for me. And here you go. So basically you're going to want to weave in your ends. And pretty much this is it. It's very simple, one step repeat, and you can wear this in a multiple of ways. So if you do want to stick around, I will be showing you exactly how I do that. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.